Hi and welcome to another informative video on Learn with 𝓛𝓲𝓴𝓮. My name is 𝓧𝓱𝓪𝓻𝓮 and this informative video is regarding laws of the world. As you remember, we have covered the first 12 laws, and if you have started implementing these laws in your life, you will see and feel your life changing. So let's begin. Law number 13, asking for help. Appeal to people's self-interest. In 433 BC, the 𝓧𝓲𝓴𝓮s and the Corinthians were preparing for war. Both parties wanted to secure the help of the Athenians. The Corinthians chose to remind them of an existing debt. The 𝓧𝓲𝓴𝓮s, on the other hand, spoke only of mutual interests, the combined force of their navy directed at Sparta. The Athenians allied with the 𝓧𝓲𝓴𝓮s. In sales of any kind, pragmatic arguments will always trump emotional appeals. The past does not matter. Don't count on loyalty. Aim for win-win deals. Law number 14. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. 𝓍𝘰𝘭𝑭₀ de Talleyrand-Périgord, French politician and mastermind behind Napoleon Bonaparte's defeat, would hold himself back in conversation and get others to talk endlessly of themselves to the point of betraying their own thought, intent, and strategy. An interrogation disguised as a friendly chat, so subtle that the victim did not notice. Learn to judge a person's character by what they reveal of themselves, so that you can recognize a threat before it arises. Test people's honesty before you consider trusting them. Law number 15, crush your enemy. Totally. A priest asked the dying Spanish general Ramón María Narváez, "Does your excellency forgive all your enemies?" "I do not have to forgive my enemies," answered Narváez. "I have had them all shot." The last resort when words are no longer heard and the enemy cannot possibly be reasoned with. The chances for peace at their lowest. The only option is total destruction. Merely wound the enemy, he will recover, and show no mercy in return. Law number 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. A man said to a dervish, "Why do I not see you more often?" The dervish replied, "Because the words, 'Why have you not been to see me?' are sweeter to my ear than the words, 'Why have you come again?' Give people time to miss you by robbing them of your presence. It's when we lose something that we discover how valuable it had been to us. On your return, you will be appreciated all the more." Law number 17. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Once Pablo Picasso had become a recognized artist, others would assume that whatever action he took must have been calculated. The art dealer Paul Rosenberg was confused when one day Picasso told him they would no longer work together. Rosenberg couldn't find out why and offered him a much better deal. The unpredictable is terrifying. When you don't know what to expect, you cannot prepare properly. You can't devise a clever plan because you're in the dark. Put others in such position when negotiating. Law number 18. Isolation is dangerous. The more you are isolated, the easier it is to deceive you. You lose touch with reality. Be careful in cutting yourself off from others for too long. Introverted or not, you may cause yourself great harm psychologically by pushing others away from you. Law number 19. Do not offend the wrong person. Muhammad, the Shah of Khwarezm, and 𝓛𝓲𝓴𝓮 had beheaded Genghis Khan's messengers, who had come in peace with great gifts and offerings. The Khan declared war, seized the enemy's capital, and had 𝓛𝓲𝓴𝓮 killed by having molten silver poured into his eyes and ears. Later, Genghis Khan seized Samarkand, bringing his brutal conquest of Muhammad's vast empire to an end. Avoid insulting others. You do not know who you're dealing with. Even though we live in a time where everyone is offended, and the level of political correctness borders on absolute madness. Law number 20. Do not commit to anyone. Alcibiades, Greek soldier and statesman, found himself courted by the Athenians and the Spartans because he had influence on the Persians, and honored by the Persians because he had influence over the Greek city-states. Instead of committing to one side, he played all of them in his favor. Committing is like handing yourself over to someone else. It means more obligations and less control. Law number 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Socrates said, The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Sometimes you have to play dumb, so that the other lets his guard down. Being openly smart is foolish. Being openly foolish is smart. Law number 22, surrender tactic, transform weakness into power. To quote Cardinal de Retz, weak people never give way when they ought to. Avoid weakness, but when you find yourself in a weak spot, choose to fight another day. You will lose the current battle, but the war is not over. Law number 23, concentrate your forces. The greater an empire's territories, the more vulnerability. Great lands need strong borders, else they may be overrun by another barbarian tribe, as seen with the collapse of Rome. Your armies are strongest when forged together. Divide them, and they may not be able to protect the empire from an invasion. Dedicate your complete focus to one front, using every resource at your disposal and all of your energy to master your craft through total immersion. Law number 24. Play the perfect courtier. You are a courtier whether you like it or not. You must play the game of power, so you might as well choose to be good at it. The perfect courtier obeys his masters, but shines in his own light. He is not powerless, doesn't trust, but appears trustful, doesn't talk much, but finds the right words and the right timing when he does. Everyone likes him. He is charming, witty, and helpful. Although he is a great talent, we are not threatened by him. We seek him as an ally. This way, the perfect courtier holds more power than the king himself, without the dangers of that position. As we target highest authorities, he's in the shadows observing the current state of the chessboard. Pieces may fall and be sacrificed on both ends, but he is winning regardless. Learn the art of courtiership. Now we have covered 24 laws out of the 48 laws. Which of these laws you have started following? Thank you for watching this video. Please give your valuable feedbacks in the comments section and let us know about more informative topics you would like us to make a detailed video on. If you like our contents, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support means the world to us. Thank you.